and a message to black women. And before I get into this, I want to put this out there as a disclaimer, just for people who come to my channel, stumble across my channel. This is a pro-truth channel. This is not a channel where we doing the gender war thing where I'm bashing black women or bashing black women or bashing black men or this is not a channel that's ponder to the black man and the black woman that tell them, hey, all your problems in life is because of the white man systemic race. This not that channel. This not so if that's what you looking for. Trust me, in this pool of YouTube, is plenty channels for you to go find and do the whole gender thing, argue. This is not that channel over here. This is a solutions based, solutions oriented self help channel where we finding the solution, or not so much as finding the solution. I'm giving you the solutions to be proactive and not reactive in your life. I have parts where I speak to the black community specifically. I got a series where I speak to the black woman, and I got a series that I speak to the black man. So going back and forth in the comments, I'm just putting this out there as a disclaimer. I'm here for one reason, and that's to help my people, the ones who are set apart for me. I understand that everybody black ain't gonna get it. They not gonna accept it. They not gonna want to chew it up and swallow the truth. I get it. I get it. Trust me. And they not gonna hurt me. Cause one thing I always tell people, I got it. I got it. And I want to share what I got to other black men and women to help them out of their situation or to proactively not allow them to even enter that situation. And so this is my fifth entry into the Message to the Black Woman series. And the message that I'm about to give y'all is very, 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 very important in this present time. You know, I'm 35, and coming up, you always had, I remember in high school where they have the guys who pull up to the school with the rims and the loud music. Of course, they was older guys at that time. They might have been probably in their 20s, and, they was messing with the high school girl. And, this still goes on today. And a lot of times, these young ladies don't have a father in their life. And so they really be having daddy issues. And not only do they be having daddy issues, the culture that we have right now, whereas drug dealers and scammers are the guys that the woman's supposed to want to be with, right? The guy that's getting all the money illegally, the scammers and the drug dealers and the rapper, but I don't want to count the rapper, but the drug dealers and the scammers, that's the guys that all the young women want to be with, and all the women want to be with at this point. I ain't gonna say all, but it's a good window. And then I say that from the ages of 15 to 40 or 15 to 50. That's the drug dealer, the scammer, the dude who quote unquote the bad boy, elite that's involved with illegal activity. He is so hot in the black community to the black woman, and a lot of the time, it's because the young lady had daddy issues. A lot of these young ladies is being raised without their father, and so some of these older dudes not only do they have the finances and the thing that these little girls want, or the thing that these young women want, they provide that love that they think would have came from their daddy, which is just not the same love, because your daddy gonna love you unconditionally without getting your pussy or out getting you, having sex with you and stuff like that there. And so they pick these men, and a lot of times it ruined their life. I've seen it. I remember when I was in high school, not everybody, but a lot of females I've seen in high school, they got with these older drug dealers or quote unquote bad boys and all that. I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not counting me in that particular situation, because when I was in high school, I was off in some things that I shouldn't have been off into. But these older guys, is with those younger girls, liked it, and I seen it. Some of them got their lives ruined. Some of them end up going to prison for taking charges for these dudes. Some of them end up having multiple children for these dudes, and these dudes, of course, end up getting killed or going to prison for a long time. So he wasn't there to help raise that son or that daughter. And so the generational curse that they went through by not having a father, their children don't have a father. And it's another thing that a lot of these female rappers and a lot of, as kind of a thing in our culture today, the trap girl. Who is the trap girl? The trap girl is the girl who rolls and kicks it with the trap nigga, whether it be her boyfriend or just somebody that she do things with. That he used her to put the car in his name, the rental car in his name, the Airbnb in her name. I meant to say, all niggas that's in the street trapping or scamming, they keep them a trap girl, more than one, as a matter of fact. And sometimes as a trap girl, she gonna be a beautiful woman, could be a stripper, or she's something that's in illegal activities majority of the time. Not all the time, 'cause you got a lot of these women today, they sophisticated and um they still, because once again having daddy issues, because most females that grew up with their father, if they grew up with a good father, their father loved them properly and told them what not to do. Now some of the females, kind of rebel. We all rebel. But a lot of them females, they did that in their early 20s and they late teens, and they grew out of their phase, you know what I'm saying? And they back in their careers and doing, but I'm saying a lot of women are still, they never get out of that stage. They never get out of that stage. And that most of the time is the females who didn't grow up with a father and they never really had that fatherly love. Stepdad and mama might have had a boyfriend or got married again, but that fatherly love from her father, she never really got that. And she meet all these dudes in the street and they show her that love because they trying to get in her pants. Majority of the time, not all, but majority of the time, I say 85% of the time, men ain't really trying to settle down in their 20s and 30s. I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying majority of the time. And so you'll see these young ladies and their future is so bright. Future bright is the noonday sun. And they get caught up with Tyrone, Ray Ray, Pookie, the local trap, or nowadays you got the scammer, and something take place and they just so caught up with this young man that he tell them, look, babe, take the charge, I'm gonna come get you. I was actually dating a chick, true short story. I was dating a chick, right, and she had 4 children. She was messing with the dude who gave her last child, her 4th child, and they was messing. He was a trapper. He got caught up into a situation and she took the charge, went there 4 years, lost custody of her kids, and came home to ground zero. And the dude ain't have nothing to do with her while she was on the joke and when she came home. He probably called every now and then and checked on his son, but that was probably not even on, but once or twice a year, if that, right? And as a man who used to live that lifestyle, listen, lady, I want y'all to listen to me. These dudes don't care about you. These dudes don't care about you. All you is a pawn on a chessboard. And trust me, it's plenty more of you. You is not the only one. You is not the only one. And you may have a bright future. And it may seem fun for the pictures you get to post on Instagram and all his different cars. And most of the time, the drug dealer, the scammer is gonna be a popular, hot person in the city. You get to take all the pictures, you get to take trips, you get to go shopping. If you smoke weed, which most of these females do today, you get the free weed. All that's fine and dandy, sweetie. All that is so amazing, right? But just understand that is a price. Now, if you willing to pay that price, listen, man, go ahead on and have your checkbook out, because you going to pay a price. Now, all prices is different. It can be a price that costs you your life in a shootout. It could be a price that costs you your freedom in a raid. It could be a price that if he end up getting robbed by some other dudes and they kick the door in, they come to you. He don't want to tell them where it's at. Guess who they coming to? They coming to you, and they gonna hit you in the face with the gun, and you gonna tell. Or in some situations, I had a homeboy. They went in the house, shot him and the girl in the head, and both of them just so happened to live. Some dudes gonna kick the door and ain't gonna ask no questions. I know these type of dudes. Although I don't associate myself with them no more, and half of them dead or in prison anyway. But they'll come in your house, kick the door in, and a lot of these dudes will play that hard role like they don't want to talk. That girl gonna say something, so they gonna go to the woman and get to beating her with the pistol, or in a situation I seen, they gonna shoot her. Where is it at? This is what you sign up for, but this is the side that the city girls and Suki Hana and Asian doll don't tell you about, right? Alpha nigga, drug dealer. Yeah, this the side they don't tell you about, right? And your bright future, right, that you may have now. And some women may listen to this video and they already done been there, done that. They can pass this on. Because like I always say, my main focus is the youth. But anybody who listen to this and feel like they can apply this to their life, amen. Hallelujah. Because it's never too late. But it can be too late. As you can see this young lady on this post, on this picture that you see, it caught up with her. It caught up with her. So a lot of y'all probably saying, what is he talking about? She got killed innocently. She was an EMT. She was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. The police is all evil. They killed her for nothing. Okay, that's what you were told. But what I'm about to show you is a video from a police officer, not a police officer in that case, but he's a retired police officer now, and he break these cases down with the paperwork and the website for you to go read this paperwork yourself. And I'm about to let y'all understand. I'm about to let y'all listen to what he said about this situation. I'm about to let y'all hear what he said. I'm about to let him break the case down for you. And hopefully you can listen to this video, young queen. And like I always say, it's going to be somebody who's going to come in. I put that disclaimer out before I start talking, because I know it's going to come in the comment section with every excuse on the board. But the black and white paperwork of the case, all these stuff is public. All these cases, any case is public. This is a public case. This is a public case. So it was released on the website in whatever city she's from. And this particular retired police officer who breaks all this stuff down to let the black community know how they being lied to and used to be angry, to tear their own communities up when these type of things happen for nothing. Because unfortunately, this young lady trying to be a trap girl had a bright future, but wanted to be a trap girl, wanted to be with trappers, ended up costing her life. And the night that she lost her life, she was quote unquote basically killed. She was killed bad. It was a mistake. A mistake. But because she was messing with trap niggas, when the situation took place, which was a raid, she just so happened to be there. Had she been living a constructive life, being an EMT, and messing with people that's equal to her, always mess with people that's your equal. If you married, your friends should be married. If you a police officer, why are you hanging with a drug dealer? You should be hanging with other people who doing good stuff either for the community. They don't have to be a necessary police officer, but other people that's trying to do better and trying to help people. So for her to be an EMT, she chose to be a public servant. So she should have been hanging with people and dating people that fit her lifestyle. And they gonna have, a lot of people, well, I like what I like. And I'm gonna be honest with you. All my life I was in the hood, still in the hood, and I dated ghetto women. And I like ghetto women. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm being honest with you. But I understand at this point in my life, I'm 35 with no children. And the life I live now is I'm being part of the solution. Because I used to be part of the problem. And by me being part of the solution, me getting in a relationship and reproducing with a ghetto female is very, very destructive. Very, very destructive, because these type of women carry themselves a certain type of way because they led by a certain type of energy. Not saying that they can't be rehabilitated, and that's what my channel is for. But some of them can't be. Some of them gonna get left behind. They gonna be reformed or removed. But like I said, going back to the original subject, this young lady had a bright future. Be careful who you mess with. When you live in a certain life, you a female who got a bright life. You a nurse, you're a CNA, you doing good for yourself. You about to go back to school, you in school, and you trying to do something with your life. You need to hang with people that's on the same type of frequency as you. You need to date people that's on the same frequency as you. Excuse my I'm saying frequency, but it's coming out wrong. Because if not, they frequency can tune your frequency out. And worst case scenario, you a trap girl or you a female who doing something with your life and you attracted to trap niggas. This is the worst possible scenario that can happen. But there's so many other situations that can happen. Nigga could kick the door. Once again, I'm going to get this to you again. And rob him while you there. You not going to be spared. As a matter of fact, you might be used as a pawn to make him talk if he don't want to. You can be raided. You could the house can be raided. And the possibility that you can be caught up in that. I mean, if you ain't got caught on audio or video doing nothing, it's still, if you got children in that house, they could take your children for allowing something like that to operate while your children were there. So much negative things that could come up out of date a trap nigga. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. His energy is negative, and these type of individuals, like I say, they're another one. These trap Negroes that sell dope to their own people, guess what? They gonna be reformed or removed. They gonna be reformed or removed because they are cancer to our community. But this ain't for them right now. This speaking to the black queens, whoever you are, because as we know, all women, black women, is not black queen. Yeah, I said it. Right? So I'm gonna let you play this clip. I'm gonna play this video from this officer, and let y'all know the real story, and let y'all know why. And I'm gonna chime in throughout the video to let you know why. If you living a life like this, you got your degree and whatever, you living a constructive life, and your future bright, don't let no trap nigga dim your shine, baby girl, because it might cost you your life.
They still lying about Breonna Taylor. This video is brought to you by TatumReport.com. TatumReport.com. Get the link in the description section. Make sure you go on and subscribe and donate to TatumReport.com. Just in case they want to throw your boy out for these platforms, we can still be connected. Like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live. I'll make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to my channel. Hit the join button so you can join the Tatum Squad. Like this video. Comment on this video. Share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, they still lying about Breonna Taylor. They're still lying about Breonna Taylor. I just don't get it. At this point, after we have completely exposed Breonna Taylor on TatumReport.com, and I'm not saying necessarily exposed her per se, but we have exposed the case. We have told the truth. We have given information that they are afraid to put out there because it's incriminating. And I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you. We're going to put it up on the screen. But let me tell you what didn't happen in Breonna Taylor's case for the umpteenth time. And then we're going to go through the information that was leaked to us that we have on the website exclusive to TatumReport.com. First and foremost, Breonna Taylor was not asleep. Second of all, Breonna Taylor was not an innocent little EMT, little black girl trying to make her life better. She was kneecap, thigh-high deep in criminal activity with Jamarcus Glover. Another factual situation is that the warrant, she was on the warrant. This was a warrant specifically for Breonna Taylor, her house, and her vehicle. Another fact, they conducted a knock warrant. They did not conduct a no.
I want to pause this right here, brothers. Sisters. Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear this brother just said that her name was on the warrant? Now, being that I'm from the streets and I've been in these type of situations, well, I never got my door kicked, but I was in the street trapping when I was in my younger day when I was in the fallen state. And I know about this. I did time in prison. I know about these type of things. Say for instance, you staying with your boyfriend, y'all got a house together, and he trapping, and the cop watching him, and they decide to kick the door in. You're not going to go to. If you do go in, they might do some questioning, but you're not gonna stay because he's the one that they've been watching, and they got either video or audio on, which is they have to have either or both video and or audio for them to even get a judge to sign off on a warrant. So why am I saying it? He said, according to his report, that he got off their website, that their police, that their DA released, and he gonna have his website for y'all to go check it out for y'all who want to see it. Her name was on the warrant. What does that mean, sister? That means that she had been caught on video and or audio putting together quote unquote plays, picking up that pack, however y'all want to say it. She was involved. Just because you dating a dude doesn't mean you're gonna be on the warrant. You have to be seen or heard on video and or audio for your name to be on the warrant. Her name was on the warrant, so that means that Breonna Taylor was involved with criminal activity. So she wasn't just a trap girl; she was all the way involved. Meaning she had made moves, did certain things, even though she still was quote unquote a trap girl because she didn't have her own operation. It wasn't something that she was running. She was basically being a secretary in the situation, but she was involved. So her name was on the warrant.
No knock warrant. And this is what bothers me about this no knock knock situation. Breonna Taylor's case necessitated brainless city council people to create the Breonna Taylor law. I mean, not necessarily city council, but the leadership in Kentucky to create the Breonna Taylor law banning no knock warrants. Riddle me this, Batman. Her case is an example of why you should use a no knock warrant, because they knocked on Breonna Taylor's door, which resulted in you know what. They did a no knock on Jamarcus Glover where they arrested like 5 people. They got firearms, rifles, drugs, everything. Nobody got hurt in a no knock warrant. So you tell me which one makes sense. Anyway, those are things that are factually misrepresented. I don't know if they still saying that Kenneth Walker, which was her boyfriend at the time, that he didn't shoot first. He shot first. Kenneth Walker heard the police knocking on the door. He admitted in documents, in investigatory documents, that he heard the knocking on the door. He claimed that he didn't hear them say police. Come on, man. Come on, weed man. So this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go to the factual leaked information.
And so what happened was when the people knocked and quote unquote her boyfriend so called, who was another trapper, quote unquote said he didn't hear them say police. So he shot through the door. This is how I'm telling you now how Breonna Taylor got killed in the first place. He shot through the door because he quote unquote said he didn't know who it was. When we all know, especially us from the streets, know that when the police come to your house, you gonna know. Ain't gonna be no secret. You gonna know from the knock and them letting it be known because of stuff like this can happen. They just surprise you. Anything can happen, right? Anything can happen if they surprise, but they gonna let it be known who they are. And he so say he didn't hear. And so he didn't know who that was. He thought it was some home invader. So he shot through the door. When he shot through the door, he hit a police officer in the leg. And the other police officers, you know, they of course, how you think they reacted? They all panicked and overreacted. And one particular police officer kicked the door in and just started shooting crazy. And that's the bullet that ended up hitting Breonna Taylor and taking her life. And people always were saying, well, why they didn't arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor? They did file charges against that cop. People wanted cop charges filed against all the cops when they didn't do nothing wrong. The cop that shot aimlessly in the house because he was, upset that his partner got shot. The cop who kicked the door in, who shot aimlessly and ended up hitting Breonna Taylor, did get charged. But my thing is saying, and that is this. Had not Breonna Taylor been messing with these type of individuals, but like I say, at this point, she was getting raided because her name was on the warrant. But this was his home, I believe. I don't know who home it was, but both of their name was on the warrant. So they both was caught up in activities. He gonna continue in this video to let you know the activity that she was involved in. But guess what? She could have been in her own apartment, in her own condo, in her own house, sipping some wine after she got off work from her EMT job with her doctor husband or anybody. It don't got to be doctors, but somebody who live the same type of lifestyle she live. And guess what? The cops never would have been knocking or kicking or raiding their home. This never would have happened had not she been messing with the wrong people, which caused her to be living a lifestyle that she had no business living. She was an EMT. She made it through high school, made it through EMT training. To mess with trap niggas?
On TatumReport.com so you can see exactly what's going on. And I'm not going to read it all because I'm going to leave it up to you. It's like 49 pages. But I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of what's going on. Let's go to Tatum Report. So on the Tatum Report, and I'm going to hit these stories too. Y'all know I got to get the top stories going. You go on to TatumReport.com, you just scroll down just a little bit. We got a section just for this Breonna Taylor case. And we're going to leak more information about Kenneth Walker. Because they going on Netflix lying, and we gonna expose them. Let's click on that. Bang, you're here. You go to the landing page. We just put a quick description. I probably should make this a little bigger. We put a quick description about, why we made this or whatever case it be. Click on this. Here's the document. And just bear with me because you guys can go and read this on the website after this. But I got it right here on my screen, and it's pretty big on my screen. But anyway, very first page of the leaked document that was leaked to us. This is an investigation. This is legit paperwork. This ain't something B. Tatum that made up. Because if I'm smart enough to make this up, then hey man, I don't even need to be doing YouTube. But this is actual investigatory documents. And it says the first line in December the 3rd of 2016, homicide unit learned that the vehicle, their most recent victim, Fernandez Bowman, which was a victim of a homicide, was in a car that Breonna Taylor rented. That's a.
Did you hear that, sisters? Did you hear that? In 2016, Breonna Taylor rented a car. You know how I go in the streets, trap. You know how to. If for some of y'all already know, the trap dude, because I used to do it. When half of these dudes trapping and doing all this don't even have a driver license. I was one of them, and I always had a female that I used to call and look, babe, give me a rental car. I give her the money, she go get the car, right? And I go out of town and do whatever I wanted to do. Guess what? Breonna Taylor was in a position of that. Somebody that used her, hey, babe, go get that dude, forgot his name, they gonna say his name again, Mr. Glover, her other boyfriend. She was involved with 2 trap dudes, yeah, that we know about, because I'm sure this was something that she just was attracted to them because that's a part of the culture now, right? So she rents a car in 2016 for one of these guys, and the car ended up getting found abandoned with a dead body in it. But because they didn't really have no evidence on her, they didn't find no charges on her, but she was forced to, listen to me, she was forced to resign from her state job and was not able to work for the state again. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? How she ruined her life? And she didn't have enough sense at that particular time to say, you know what, I'm leaving these trap dudes alone. Because now I done ruined my whole would-be career because of me renting a car for one of them and somebody ended up coming up dead. She didn't stop. She did not stop. And so next thing you know, the fatal situation happened that cost her her life. I'm going to let him finish.
That's the first sign that you know she ain't up to no good. And she wasn't able to work for the city anymore after this incident. So I don't know if they had some agreement or whatever, but after this incident, she was no longer allowed to work for the city. She was forced to resign. Now they ain't gonna tell y'all that. She wasn't an EMT. All right, let's go for it. Let's move forward. Boom. What does this say? In 2017, Breonna Taylor posts bail for Jamarcus Glover on 2 different pending cases. She's knee-deep in dealing with Jamarcus Glover, who is a crook. Let's jump to 2019. Right here, it shows that the 1st Division executed simultaneous warrants at 2424 Elliott Avenue, 2426 Elliott Avenue, 2605 West Muhammad Ali Boulevard. Guess who got arrested? Adrian Walker, I don't believe he's any kin to Kenneth Walker. Adrian Walker, Rashad Lee, Darrell Forrest, Jamarcus Glover. All these people got arrested. Also, warrant was served on a kid named Dominique, and then also on Cleve. What did they retrieve, B. Tatum? They retrieved 5 handguns. One of them was stolen. 3 long guns, 4.9 grams of crack cocaine, 14 grams of marijuana, 2 cell phones, and associated drug paraphernalia and surveillance systems. They got all the juice. This is what they're getting for these investigations. Now, you can keep going on. We got all of the investigatory conversations between Breonna Taylor, and obviously my picture's covering up some of this part. But Breonna Taylor is talking with Jamarcus Glover as he's getting booked into jail. You can see on this page right here, he's talking about how he got a dude who running drugs for him, who is in his car, and he's asking Breonna to contact this dude because the dude is out there selling, but he needs to be at the trap house where he belongs. All of this is in here. These are pictures, photos, and I believe this one is Breonna Taylor's car. If I'm mistaken, it's one of their cars, but I think this is Breonna Taylor's car. Photos of the drama. Records of their phone conversations from jail. From jail. Investigation that started way back in 2016. Photos, ladies and gentlemen. Photos of him going to Breonna Taylor's apartment, going to the trap house. Surveillance videos. GPS trackers set because they saw Jamarcus Glover going into Breonna Taylor's apartment. This is his vehicle. All of these things are for you to see. License plate. They put up a pole cam. If y'all don't know what a pole cam is the investigators will put up a pole cam so they can surveil an area. You won't know it, but they'll catch these cameras like this. Catch these views like this. All of this. She's involved in all of this. We have all of these. These are transcribed phone calls between Jamarcus Glover and all these fools at jail. And the stupid thing is they snitching, they telling stuff, they doing all kind of stuff on a recorded line from the jail. All of these are play-by-play conversations. Even Kenneth Walker, we got all of his conversations from the jail. All of it is here. DeMarcus Bowman, all of it here. Everybody you want to know about, their conversations from jail, admitting to crimes. All of that, man. All of it. Admitting the crimes and everything. Admitting that Breonna was running drugs for Jamarcus Glover. Jamarcus Glover's baby mama, I think one of his other women that he messed with, his baby mama was calling him out because he got Breonna caught up in his messy work. Y'all can read it all there. It's all there.
Did you hear that, sisters? That's another thing you're going to have. You're going to be getting into it with other women because there's always going to be a baby mama or baby mamas and other females that's caught up in it with messing with this quote-unquote criminal, trap boy, scammer, somebody who getting a lot of money illegally, right? It's going to always be all kind of foolish. It's going to be good side, but the bad going to outweigh the good. And in a bad situation, people's life is taken. Like this young lady, Breonna Taylor. I'm going to let them finish.
It's all there. And I want to dispel one more myth because it's just getting out of control. People keep saying, well, they went to the house and they didn't find nothing. Well, they didn't search for anything because they had an initial search warrant, and after the shooting commenced, then they abandoned the original search warrant, got another search warrant to investigate the ballistics of the shooting. They never had a chance to go back and follow up. Also, after the shooting occurred, Kenneth Walker was in the house for about 10 minutes by himself before he actually came out of the house. So he could have hid stuff, he could have dashed stuff, he could have flushed stuff between the 10-minute window that he was in the house by himself before he ever came out after all the stuff had commenced. So ladies and gentlemen, man, they lying. I need y'all to go to TatumReport.com, go to that Breonna Taylor thing and share it, share it, share it, share it. The world needs to know the truth about Breonna Taylor. They up here putting out documentaries on Hulu and all kind of stuff, lying. Now, I'm not saying the girl deserved to die because she was knee-deep in the dope game. All I'm saying is that tell the truth about who Breonna Taylor was, so that young black people aren't sitting around thinking that if they sleep in their bed, somehow the popo gonna come and shoot them up just for no reason and get fake warrants. That's not gonna happen. And people do criticize the integrity of the warrant. I mean, I think it was one part of the warrant that was not verified. But none of that had anything to do with or had a huge burden on them executing a warrant on her house. Now, I made plenty of videos talking about no knocks and all of this stuff, but so I'm not going to go into that. But I just need you guys to share this, because the world needs to know the truth about Breonna Taylor. Anyway, that was my brief synopsis. Go on the Tatum Report to get the rest of the.
Did you hear that, sisters? Did you hear that? And I just want to be clear. Rest in peace to the sister, man. Her family was awarded, I believe, 12 or 18 million dollars for what happened, because she was wrong for the kill. She didn't deserve to die. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to my young black queens, which is all black women are not. A lot of these females, that's how they life gonna end up. They gonna end up like Breonna Taylor, unfortunately. End up in a jail cell. End up in. They got so many beautiful women in the federal prison right now. You should see them. I got a friend. She's a bulldagger, and she's in the feds, and she's sending me pictures. I'm talking about with some beautiful women of all races who got caught up in the web of some trap dude lies, and now they sitting in a federal prison. And if they didn't have a good family system, the children is in foster care. It's just a complete disaster. Now, if you want to deal with that and say, you know what, well, I'm going to take the chance of messing with somebody who off into illegal activity because they get a lot of money, that's fine. That's cool. That's all good. But just understand what you're signing up for, because a lot of these dudes, again, it's going to be removed by any means necessary. Selling, especially the drug dealers, selling their own people poison, they gonna be removed. So they not gonna too much. Ain't too many of them gonna be around too much more longer anyway. And hopefully I can catch some of the younger brothers, in my series Message to Black Men, and hopefully I can give them some kind. I can catch their ear, their attention, right, and somehow deter them away from taking that path. But that's not the path to take. That's not the path to take, bro. There's so many ways to make money now. It don't even have to be a job. There's so many ways now that you can actually get rich and live a legal, quote unquote, balling lifestyle. You don't have to sell poison to people. You don't have to scam. Cause scamming these banks and doing all that stuff, whatever's coming to scam life, I'm not really familiar with it. Somebody is being the victim of that. Somebody is the victim of those crimes, and you never know who that person could be. It could be another black person, and I'm saying all to say this here. That's not here or there. This is to the black woman. And like I said, I understand a lot of black women might hear this and come in the comment section with a whole bunch of hoorah and coming against what I'm saying. This not for them. Let them suffer and die. I hate to say it like that, and I hate to be harsh like that. But a lot of our people, when this shift happening, that is already happening, a lot of people don't see it because it's spiritual. Thing happens spiritual first, then they manifest in the physical. But a lot of our people, family members, loved ones, just gonna have to suffer and die, be removed or be reformed. Because the ones who want to hold on to the nigga nonsense is gonna be like dead weight that we can't carry into this new kingdom of milk and honey that we about to come up into. Right? And so for the women who may be thinking about it, for the women who growing up without a father, the young women, take this video, save it, and the next time one of these trap dudes try to get you, or you attracted to one of them, come listen to this again. Because it's several things that can come up out of you dating one of these dudes that's off into illegal activities. And the worst of it being you losing your life from being at the wrong place at the wrong time. You losing your freedom. Because when that dead body got found in that car that was rented in her name, She could have went to jail for that. But of course, because she was a woman, in my opinion, they probably didn't really push the issue, and they just, made her resign. But she lost a whole career behind that. She lost a whole career behind that. You know what I'm saying? And you never know what that caused. That might have caused her to want to get more deep in the street. Cause well, now she don't got a career. She probably didn't want to do no minimum wage. So she was like, well, now I gotta be in this for real now. Cause I done lost my whole career. Ladies, let Breonna Taylor be the reason why. Especially if you got a bright future, meaning you got a career, you just started a career, you looking forward to getting a career, you in the military. But anybody, use Breonna Taylor as a reason for you not to date people or be involved with men who are involved in illegal activities. The bad boys, the trapper, the scammers. Because everything glitter ain't gold. Thank you for listening. God bless.